Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are we today? I really hope you're doing what you can to stay strong throughout these tough times. But of course, we are back again with another freaking video. And Miss Glitter and Lasers, which I believe her name is Anna O'Brien. I hope I'm correct. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin and before we get into this video, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that's a member of this channel so far as we continue to freaking grow. But listen. This video is a video that was requested, okay? Someone said, yo, Madzie, have you seen the post that she just uploaded on Instagram? I was like, no, I don't follow her. And I checked it out. And then I realized that she also had posted a YouTube video. Now, that video I have not seen yet, but the post that I'm about to read to you lovely people, I have read. So, with that being said, let me just quickly just disappear so you can see what I'm reading, of course. So I posted a YouTube video today about some of the reasons why eating in public is hard for me. What I realized in creating this video is that talking about eating is just like talking about health. Extremely freaking complicated. I spent the last few hours thinking through this. Here's what I'm netting out and think it important for everyone to know. I have two deep set fears. One, that people will see my struggles before they see me. As a result, I, for the most part, do not share my deepest struggles or hardship because I am afraid that they will be used to define me in lieu of who I actually am. Two, I struggle to acknowledge and talk about things that affect my mental health. There are a lot of reasons I don't talk about this, and to be honest, I am not yet ready to talk about it because it's messy and sad and frankly incredibly painful. As I open up about literally any topic, it means I'm going to have to talk about and share things that are hard to other people for other people. Sometimes they even trigger someone. I used that previously as a reason to avoid talking about these really hard, scary things. This stunned my own growth. Now I need to stop using the fear of offending someone or making someone else uncomfortable from getting in the way from me becoming the better version of myself. It's impossible to please everyone, and I'm giving myself permission to stop trying. So obviously, she makes this post. Okay, cool. The post itself obviously speaks for itself. Okay, I understand. But why have a post that's next to a picture of her potentially going to eat so much junk food, to be honest with you? And I'm not saying this is a vegan, but I mean, those sausages don't look healthy. I think those are ribs. Those ribs look good. But again, there's so many of them. And then obviously she's got the onions and she's got the gherkin, she's got the coleslaw, she's got the barbecue sauce, she's got the bread. I mean, listen, the amount of calories I'm seeing there is absolutely nuts. But I'm not here to talk about how many calories I can see there and how nuts it looks. But the matter of the fact is though, should we be judged by what we eat when we are in public? Not necessarily, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But at the same time, there is a difference in judgment. If you see a slim person walk into a restaurant and they order the same amount of food that she's got here, people are going to look at that person and be like, well, do you know what? Let me give you two versions. People generally will look at that person and be like, whoa, how do you stay so slim? Like, yo, you're eating a lot of junk. Like, how do you do that, man? Like kudos to you for eating all that and still being able to stay slim, right? But then there's the flip side of how I see these things. When I see someone slim, okay, eating so much food, I say to myself, I don't know your story and I don't know if you even look after your health, but if you've got a metabolism that's stopping you from actually gaining weight, then I feel sorry for you. Why? Because you're putting so much junk food in your body that you're damaging yourself so much, but because you haven't put no weight on, you think it's okay. And therefore, really and truly, you're just damaging your body as much as someone else would be damaging their body if they were to put weight on, but obviously in different ways. But that's how I look at it. You know, I don't judge people based on their size in terms of how much they're eating, how much is on their plate. I look at it and I'm like, yo, but this is the thing. As a kid growing up, my metabolism was nuts. Absolutely bonkers, okay, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, it meant that each time I ate lots of food, I never put the weight on. I mean, one was my metabolism was crazy, and two, because I was always outside playing football, any kind of sport, hide and seek, I was doing the whole shebang. So my calories were getting burnt on the daily. Listen, but at the same time though, people used to always say to me, you do realize if you don't fix up your health, when you get older and your metabolism slows down, you will generally you know, you'll be big, right? And I was like, that's not gonna happen. And it didn't happen. Why? Because obviously I decided to go to the gym at the age of 18, and obviously since then I've been in very decent shape. Okay, fantastic. So now the reason why I'm saying this is because let's look on the other side of things about when we look at someone who is a plus size person and you see them eating this amount of food, you're like, whoa, slow down. Like, yo, have you not eaten enough already? Like, come on, man, you don't look like you're in a healthy state. And that is something that generally happens. Listen, it definitely happens. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't one of those people and I walk in a restaurant and I see someone eating so much food or have so much food in front of them and who's already a big person. I'm like, yo, are you sure you want to eat all that? Because, like, trust me, you're just damaging yourself more, and it's evident that you are. And this is the difference. When someone is slim and eating lots and lots of food, it's not always evident that this person is looking after themselves. We assume they are because of their body, but it doesn't always mean they are. Because, for example, you get people that take away food, for example, people who drink all the time, you know, slim as hell, take drugs, slim as hell. And you're thinking, whoa, you're in good shape, man. Nah. They're still damaging your body. So, end of the day, obviously, I completely get where she's coming from. That obviously, if you're a plus size person and people see you out and about and you're trying to eat food, and they say, yo, are you okay? And listen, I'm gonna say this now. I'll be thinking the same goddamn thing, but this is the thing that I've always said. And listen, honestly, I don't expect anyone to agree with this, what I'm about to say. But I've always said to myself that if I was someone, well, I was, but I've always said that, you know what, I would always prefer to put on weight from eating tons and tons of food rather than not put the weight on and look like I'm actually okay. And the reason I say that is because if I'm eating tons of food and I look okay and, you know, and I feel okay per se, I'm going to continue eating all that food, which is what I did as a child, right? And obviously something that people still do now as adults too. But at the same time, if I'm someone eating a lot of food and I see I'm starting to put on a certain amount of weight, like nowadays, obviously, if I eat too much food, I will put weight on because I've kind of like, because I went to the gym, my metabolism has kind of changed a bit. So now if I put weight, and plus I spent certain amount of time, you know, like from about 18 to, I don't know, 20, I don't know, 20s, whatever, you know, on weight gainers and stuff, you know, really trying to punch out that metabolism. I was like, yo, I gotta get these gains, man. You know what I mean? So obviously now I can put weight on, right? And I prefer it to a certain degree because it means that if I'm eating too much and I'm unaware of it, or even when I'm aware of it, but then I'm now starting to look at my stomach and my stomach is growing, that's my moment to be like, hold on a minute, bro, chill. Don't go overboard now. Balance it out, stabilize this. Don't be doing that to yourself because you don't want to get to a stage where you become big and you become so big that you become unmotivated. Then you become so unmotivated that you then become ill. You know what I mean? So I've always said personally in my eyes that sometimes when you eat a certain amount of food and you put weight on, sometimes I see it as a blessing in disguise because your body is telling you that you're doing too much. When your body's not telling you that you're doing too much because you're not getting that weight on, you're going to keep going, right? And keep going. And I know tons of people who eat food for days and these people don't put on a freaking pound. Well, they do, but you know, they don't put on a pound like, yeah. So that's my only situation here. So that's my only comment when it comes to this picture itself in particular here. I get what she's saying. I feel her in what she's saying here. I don't necessarily disagree with what she's saying. But at the same time, though, this is a woman that's been saying a lot of things back and forth. And this is why I say I don't know what this woman represents anymore. I don't think I ever knew what she represented. But either way, to have that statement there and then have this food here, I get it. I really do get it. But listen, forget what's on the table. Forget what you're saying here. If people are looking at you and be like, whoa, instead of taking it in a negative tone, which I know is very easy to do because trust me, no one wants to be looked at for the amount of food that they eat or what they eat. Trust me, I know. But at the same time though, take the blessing in disguise. That disguise is, well, maybe I am doing too much. Maybe I could eat a little bit less. Maybe I could just lose that little extra pound. Maybe I could just stop myself from potentially getting ill at some point. But again, this is just my opinion on how I've always seen things and how those things have always worked for myself and how those things have always worked for other people that I've been around. Because I've known people, okay, who have put on a dramatic amount of weight, you know, and there was time me and one of my friends, he used to eat the same thing, you know, but I was lucky enough to be like, nah, I need to chill, man. You know what I'm saying? But he got to a certain stage where he was boom. One day I'm going to reveal my friend to you and you're going to see his transformation. Anyway, nonetheless, let's head over to YouTube now because I am giving you guys a long intro there. Goddamn. Right, so she obviously uploads this video as well. I don't know if this video was uploaded before. I think it was before that post. And obviously in this video, she says, fat girl eating in public. So let's see what she has to say. And then we can see if there's anything different to what she says here compared to what she said in the post. And if anything that she says kind of in lines with what I've said or counters what I said, and we go from there, if you dig what I'm saying.
Hey everybody, my name's Anna, aka GlitterAndLazers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm again joined by a special guest. This is Katie Molinaro. Just say your own name.
Molinaro.
And what's your handles? Where can they find you, Katie?
Katie.
As many of you know, I've been on a health journey this last year, and a lot of times that gets confused with a weight loss journey.
Right.
It's not.
Okay. So she's okay. Okay. So then now I know what the picture is. She's on a weight. Okay. She's on a weight loss journey. Okay. Let's continue. But if you're on a weight loss, you know what? Let me not speak too soon. Let me go. Let me let this play out a little bit longer.
One of the things I realized that I have a lot of discomforts around or doing, and that is part of the reason Katie is here for this video, is that I feel uncomfortable eating food in public. It's weird because I'm very comfortable sharing it on my stories, but I'm not comfortable eating in public. And I don't know if this is from the quarantine or something that's like been residual, but it's something that I've noticed about myself. And so I invited Katie, who has also struggled with some different eating challenges in the past. Katie, why don't you tell them a little bit about that?
I had something called exercise bulimia. I thought I was being healthy by exercising and eating healthy, but it got to a point where it was like, I would be like, okay, I just ate 500 calories. Now I have to burn off 500 calories at the gym.
See, one of the things that's been like super challenging for me.
That's nuts, man. That is crazy. Whew.
Is I'm working to improve my health, right? That's something that I'm working on. And because that conversation, because the majority of people think health as this numbers game, right?
Yeah.
This calories in versus calories out. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. When I say even the word that I'm like approaching trying to live healthier and eat better and be more active and things like that, the immediate assumption is that I'm going to that. And for me, what that's done to me is I find it really, really challenging to sit down and eat food. And it doesn't matter if the food's healthy or not, because it's just the concept of like, whatever I put in my body, because I am plus size, people will make an assumption about it. So like if I'm eating a salad,
Have you ever heard of that thing called paranoia? Now listen, hear me out, okay? Relax. The reason why I put that word out there, but in very light way, is because if she knows she's on a journey, then why is she concerned about assumptions? You know? I mean, listen, anyone that's ever been in this position per se, you know what an excuse is. And I'm not saying that she is making an excuse, but again, why are you caring about the assumptions if you know you're on a journey? And I get it. But at the end of the day, this comes to the mental side of things, right? Because mentally you're used to people looking at you and judging you. But of course, once you start to lose weight or you start to obviously want to benefit your health, mentally you have to tell yourself that, you know what, it doesn't matter if people are looking at me and creating assumptions, because at least I know that I'm doing better for myself. But again, that then her saying that then kind of backlashes to the photo we've just seen of her talking about it, but then she's got this here. Now, obviously she did say it doesn't matter whether she's eating, she did say that it doesn't matter whether she's eating healthy or unhealthy, but either way, like, darling, if you're then going to put this in front of you, those assumptions are not there because they're necessarily beyond. They're there because she's creating this thing of where let's keep these assumptions alive. You know, let's keep them alive. If she had posted this photo here with, even with the same soup but a smaller portion, maybe those assumptions wouldn't be as deep as what is portrayed, right? I'm just saying that she's shooting herself in the foot, if you ask me, because she's saying that, but then you're not really. Let me continue, man. I'm losing my point.
oh, good for her. She's changing her life. Or if I have a plate of French fries, it's like.
Oh, what did she say then? Let me go back a little bit.
It doesn't matter if the food's healthy or not, because it's just the concept of like, whatever I put in my body, because I am plus size, people will make an assumption about it. So like if I'm eating a salad, they'll be like, oh, good for her. She's changing her life. Or if I have a plate of French fries, it's like, look at her. She's just getting fatter. There is like no neutral food. What I thought would be a really fun exercise today is to shamelessly eat in public together.
As someone who used to—
I don't understand what's wrong with praise though. If it's that deep, and I mean nobody wants to do this, but if it's that deep, then don't eat in public. Order your food out. I know, obviously, you know, no one wants to do that. People want to eat at home. Of course, I get it. But I'm saying if her paranoia is that deep, don't eat out. Then if you don't want people to praise you for eating a salad, then don't eat out. If you don't want people to look down on you for eating something unhealthy, then don't eat out. Why do you have to force yourself to eat out? Is it really that vital to eat out? I don't know, man. Something just doesn't feel right.
have so many rules about food, I now allow myself to have 0 rules about food.
So your only rule is no rules.
My only rule is no rules, but I also listen to my body, and if my body says, you're full, I stop eating. Our bodies are different every single day, and we're not going to be consuming the same amount of food every single day.
Eating is fun.
Super fun.
If you want to grab like a nice bag of chips
Or a giant head of lettuce.
Katie makes lettuce content. I'm just gonna link one down in the description box. You can check that out later. These are the 3 F's you need to remember for today, guys. Food is fuel, food is fun, and food is free from regrets. From anything that makes you feel negative when you consume a delicious thing. I was hoping for a vocal riff in the background, like, Let's go eat some food.
I don't see the benefit of her bringing her friend on this. I mean, is she bringing her friend on this show? So then there's a dynamic balance. But I mean, if there is, then damn.
So you might remember that I asked in my Instagram stories, what were some cool places to eat in Austin? And today we're gonna visit some of the places you recommended. Okay, so what did you get us from Four Brothers?
I got the Four Brothers arepa with shredded pork, and I got taquinos. I got
Camera guy saves us.
Oh,
our food is ready. We are ready to indulge. We're gonna start with this because I got aggressive and I just went for one. Oh, that's good. No cheese pull, but delicious taste. This sauce is like a cilantro ranch, which is very yummy. Very nice mouthfeel. Okay, so we're about to eat this arepa, which is going to be a mess. And I was thinking about this. We talked about like how uncomfortable sometimes it is to eat in public. Is this something you would feel comfortable eating in public normally?
Yes.
See, I would never eat this in public. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's messy, and I'm always like I spill stuff on myself all the time, and I have a fear of eating something and then getting food on me, and then having people think that I'm like dirty.
All right, so this is what's up. I mean, look.
You know, I can relate to that. You know, I mean, listen, but I don't think that's. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying she's saying this. I know, obviously, like, get the words out, bro. Get the freaking words out, bro. Listen, I think a lot of us have that, unless you're Chantel, of course. We all have that thing of, you know, we don't want to be eating dirty in public, you know, we don't want to be messy, but I get it. Obviously, based on your image, if you obviously spill your food a little bit, people may think, hey, you're dirty. I get it. No, okay, cool. No, I get it. I can sympathize on that. No one wants that feeling, and I absolutely get it. So there isn't a way around that, to be honest with you. Obviously, if you're someone, even if you're someone that's looking to improve your health, and somebody just judges you for dropping food on your clothing and whatnot, and they think, hey, that big person just bare messy. You know what? I get it, because I know there is this stigma around people that are plus size. Well, I've heard of a stigma around plus size people when people believe that they're not clean, you know. I mean, to be fair, I say that though, I've only ever heard that on the internet. Anyone that I know who's big, like, they're clean as hell, man. I mean, sometimes even cleaner than me. So yeah, but I get it.
It's already falling out. So look at that.
No, it's falling out.
Dip the head out, away from the
She's teaching me so many life skills right now. That's really good. It's on me. I told you it was only a matter of time. It's not that bad. No. And if anybody asks me about it, I'm just gonna say, well, sorry, people. I'm a little bit mess-like. So here's what I did. You ready?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually order anything. I had them pick 2 things and just whatever they think is the best we're gonna eat.
Yay, I love that.
And the reason I did this, and I think we should do this for every restaurant, is because I don't know if you've had this experience, but like I used to have so much anxiety about what I ordered off of a menu because there was so much context in that order. You know, when I was younger, I was dieting a lot, and I was always trying to eat like a certain weird category of food that the internet told me would like make me magically thin. It never worked.
I'm gonna have some people coming at me, which is fine, but I don't think calorie counting is good for anyone at all. I think people should focus on whole foods, like real foods. Like obviously eating a piece of chicken is better for you than eating cotton candy. So like,
Yeah, I choose cotton candy every time.
so what I think about is like what foods are gonna fuel my body.
Listen, I'll let you lovely people have your opinion on kind of counting calories. I mean, for myself in particular, I've never counted calories. I probably never will, to be honest with you. Only because it's just long. You know, I'm not going to sit and say that it doesn't work, you know, because I know it works for a lot of people. So I don't think it's fair for people to say that you shouldn't be counting calories, because if counting calories works for you and you're comfortable with it, you know, then I'm all for it. Do it. But if counting calories isn't for you and it's not working for you because it just becomes too long and it gives you gives you a headache whenever you want to try and make something to eat, but you're like, oh, you got to count the calories, then I get it. Don't count calories. Do something else, you know. But I don't think it's fair to ever say to anyone, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that with certain things. And counting calories is one of those things that I would never say to someone you shouldn't do, because it works. You know what I mean? I've been with someone that counted calories and it worked.
Obviously, an apple is going to fuel my body better than a donut covered in ice cream.
Yes, we're gonna eat mystery cheese sandwiches. My thoughts on it all, and I think it's good that we don't exactly 100% agree.
Yeah.
I think that what you're saying really works for people that are connected enough with their body to like understand when they're hungry and when they're not hungry, right? So like I realized I had a lot of problems in doing that. So one of the things I'm working on, and I'm not necessarily using calorie counting as a tool for it, but just being cognizant of when I consume and what I consume. So for me, I use it as more of a tool. So it's not necessarily counting calories as it is recording calories, because I just think it helps me learn about my body. Here we go. This one has mac and cheese in it. That one has like a jam?
Some kind of jam on this one.
Okay.
Some kind of jammy jam, maybe some prosciutto.
Look at that. Look at that yum. Wow. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Listen, am I missing something here? But why is this video predominantly based on him eating food that is just basically junk? What is the aim of this? Is this a video made to make people believe that, hey, eat what you want and don't feel judged? I mean, I listen, if that's the case, I'm all for it, but she's on a journey, right, to better her health, right? So I don't understand why she's using this type of food as a fuel. Boy, I'm confused, man. I mean, let me just keep it going.
I get what you mean about this jam. It's a little weird. It tastes like pumpkin butter. Do you know what pumpkin butter is?
Yeah,
it's like pumpkin butter.
Cinnamon in it.
Yeah, it's a pumpkin butter. It's a pumpkin butter cheese sandwich, which I don't think I'm here for. I took another bite because I was like, maybe I'm being hard on the jam. No, that's just not my thing.
Yeah, I feel like once you get out of just the plain grilled cheese category, it's just a sandwich.
Oh, controversial opinion.
If you add turkey to a grilled cheese, it's a turkey sandwich.
Controversial opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I thought I liked grilled cheese, but really maybe I just like sandwiches.
I think you just like sandwiches.
I just like sandwiches.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my personal Illuminati.
I mean,
I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the
how much food did these two eat in a day?
best girl in this whole world. No, I'm not gonna buy it.
I'm a donut purist. I don't know if you know.
Hot donuts.
Hot donuts.
Hot donut action.
Hot.
Cinnamon sugar? Okay.
Cinnamon sugar.
Let's think and then sink. Think. We have a nod to the next one. I'm just gonna go for it. Well, she's like snowing. She got so much sugar. I'll be real. They're boring. But I do this wind. What? Who is she?
Like, is this video built? Yo, man, I'm just lost for words nowadays because, you know, when it comes to YouTubers these days or just influencers for these days, you know, who are of the plus size community side of things, you know, I just think to myself, what are you trying to prove here? I mean, okay, cool. So they're vlogging their lifestyles, which is fantastic. They want to share their lifestyles, which is fantastic. And also, whether they like it or not, they want to inspire people by being influencers. Regardless if they like it or not, fantastic. But what is the purpose of this video? What are we gaining from this video? How are you helping other people from this video? Now, if you're someone who can tell me that you're gaining something from this video or you're being helped in some form of way, please let me know in the comment section, because the way I see it in this video here, and trust me, if I'm wrong, I want to know about it. But the thing that I'm learning from this video is that we're watching something that is promoting the fact that, hey, I mean, it's weird because we went from, hey, I shouldn't be judged for what I eat in public, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, to now making a whole video of, hey, I'm out here with my friend and we're eating everything unhealthy because we just want to do a video on fat girl eating in public. But what are people meant to take this? Are people meant to take this away and say, okay, hey, you should be comfortable in your own skin. You should be able to go out no matter what size you are. And, well, no, you should be able to go out even if you are a big person. You should be able to go out and eat exactly what you want without feeling judged or feeling criticized. Listen, if that's the case, fantastic. But the food choices are baffling me because she said healthy or unhealthy. She hasn't given us the differences. She's gone out with a friend and they're literally just having the same junk after junk after junk. So how is she in this moment in time reversing this paranoid, you know, this feeling that's been created over the years of going out and eating and being looked at? And to be honest with you, it's not like there's even a lot of people in these locations. Obviously it's COVID, so I understand, but you'd think maybe there'll be a scenery a little bit, you know? I don't know. It's just that I just feel like the concept behind what this was supposed to be about, where is it? How is anyone learning from this? But I'm gonna play I'm gonna play and skip it a little bit, to be fair.
Streets, visiting family, driving your car.
Good car food.
Good car food. I'm not that excited about grapes. I will say the balance of banana to chocolate is really good in this one.
Yeah,
See what I mean?
So eating in public and doing this when there are clearly other people who can come and say something is uncomfortable for me. So eating in public and doing this when there are clearly other people who can come and say something is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That guy is just circling the block, playing WAP. And with that, we'll talk no more about this. The WAP has ended it. The WAP has ended this discussion. Mexican corn dog, which is a tortilla wrapped corn dog, and the smoked. Because those look most interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna take this fork that was with the taco. If you want to grab the other one.
I'm gonna use my freaking finger.
Okay.
I do too, but I wish it tasted more like bacon. It does not taste like bacon to me.
I'm going in. Ding, 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 ding. That one's exponentially better. Did you have fun eating today?
I did, absolutely. I mean, I love eating. Was it the best food I ever had? No.
Oh, that's sad.
Should we go back?
Okay, let's talk about what we liked. So, I think we both agree the Via 313 Gorgonzola fig pizza thing.
That was great.
Top tier.
Yes.
Top tier.
That was an amazing pie.
Oh, so good.
That's meal one.
Gordo's was great.
Gordo's was good.
I didn't like that strawberry one.
Meal
I heard
two.
the strawberries. Yes,
Meal
strawberries
three.
Was good.
Thing.
The arepa place, was it Four Brothers?
Four
Meal
Brothers.
four.
Really good.
If it's not Four Brothers, we're going to say it is.
And we're gonna just say it is. You change your name. We've just advertised you as Four Brothers. But I think we just weren't as down on the desserts,
Not down on the desserts.
which is weird because I'm a sweet tooth. I love sugar. So anyway, thank you so much for eating with us today. I hope you guys enjoyed some food while you watched, or if not, just enjoyed us trying things and giving our honest opinions on them. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or want to see more videos like this in the future, leave comments down below.
Okay, so I've got to scroll down the comment section on this one, to be honest with you, because boy, I mean, listen, like I said before, you know what the crazy thing is? Like, okay, cool. Let's say she went to one place and she ordered multiple foods from one location. Maybe there'd be a different concept, but at the same time, I understand her going to different locations. I just don't understand why there wasn't a balance within the video. Why wasn't we given the experience of both worlds, of the healthy and unhealthies? And then the possibility of having some people around in the public to see if people did, you know, have a glare. But I guess, to be honest with you, for that to happen, you'd have to script the video, you know what I mean? You'd have to hire some people to actually do that. So I guess that makes it unrealistic, which is obviously fair. So therefore we can take away that idea. But obviously with this video with itself in hand, if I'm missing something here, please somebody tell me, because the only thing that I'm gaining from this is that she's finding a reason or an excuse to just vent about being a plus size person when eating out, but without actually giving us informative information that can motivate people who are plus size. Hey, go out and eat, you know. But then again, at the same time, she also talked about the fact that she is on a journey. So if the fact that she's on a weight loss journey, then why hasn't she spoken about how, okay, so even though I'm on a weight loss journey, I've experienced this when I go out publicly, and the thing that I learned from it is that I needed to do this to be able to overcome not being so worried about people's assumptions. Something that she did touch on. She did touch on it slightly within her post. But the video itself, I mean, the post was more informative than the video. I don't know, man. But listen, I'm not even going to say much more. I don't want to add much more to obviously what we've seen here. I'm going to allow you lovely people to tell me what you think about the video itself at hand, and also the post that she's given us, and obviously where you believe, what point was she trying to prove it? And also, most importantly, the point that she's trying to prove, did she give us a solution of how she was able to get over it, which therefore made it informative for other people to learn from? Because at the end of the day, if I was to make a video like this, I would make sure that there's an informative point to learn from. And the informative point to learn from is that if you're someone, based on her, if you're someone that is on a journey of losing weight, then, you know, when you are out and about and you do want to eat food, whether it's healthy food or it's a cheat meal or something like that, you should eat it with pride, you know? And you should eat it with pride because you know your journey and you know you're about to change your life around, because you want to do better within your body. You want to look after your body to a better degree, so therefore you don't face any complications as time goes by. That's something that I would have, that's where I would have kind of gone with within this video, but I didn't see that. So therefore it's like, are you just making this for the sake of saying, hey guys, I'm on a journey, but I'm not on a journey because I can't do it, because I can't eat out, because I cannot eat out. And when I eat out, I always have to eat unhealthy stuff, because that's all we saw. That's all we saw. But listen, you lovely people, let me know what you're thinking. And also as well, the addition of a friend, I didn't even get that, to be honest with you. You know what would have been cooler? I tell you what would have been massively cooler, if they did a video where her friend, because her friend is slimmer, right? So obviously, so that means the perception of hers is going to be completely different. What if they did a video where her friend is smaller, they both went out to a restaurant, her friend ordered all the junk food, and Glitter ordered all the clean food, all the healthy food? That would have been more interesting. You know what I mean? That would have been more fun to watch, more interesting to watch, and way much more informative, because then they could have been like, oh, so when we was out, we did an experiment. Now, you notice that when I was eating all the healthy stuff, being a plus size person, people were looking at me and still making me feel better, but what I got out of it was X, Y, Z. But my friend, now on the other hand, she was eating all the junk food, and she got a whole different reception of people were like, oh, it's okay for her to do it because she's slimmer, you know? Listen, the points that I've made for the video being all over the place, honestly, I must admit, but I'm just saying that the video for me lacked a perspective. It lacked informative information. It lacked something that could actually, someone could watch and be like, But listen, you lovely people, let me know what you think about everything that I say. Let me know if you think about the video itself and her one and then the post. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe please, and shout out to every single person that's a member of the channel so far as we continue to grow. And we shall see you lovely people in the comment section. We are done and out.